Welcome to Unapologetically Anxious Me, Confessions of a Haitian Girl, the podcast where I blend life, love, sex, and relationships with mental health, social issues, and history, all from my very unabashed perspective. Join me, Joe Ciceron, as we unravel the power of vulnerability, celebrate storytelling, our history, and connect with incredible individuals who have tales to share. Let's dive deep into our essence and the narratives that mold us, because in this space, we believe in the magic of authenticity and the beauty of being unapologetically you. All right. How are you feeling? You feeling good?
Yes. I actually took a week off from my real job to just kind of breathe because, life be lifing. So I just really just needed a step back to kind of focus on me and things I want to do and things that make me happy, because that's what's always most important. You can't take care of everybody else if you don't take care of yourself first. So yes. I'm in good spirits, just enjoying my time off, creating content, and
fun, really. Look good, feel good. That's great.
How about you? How are you?
I'm doing well. I'm actually feeling great today. I'm excited to be talking to you, of course. So I'm just ready to jump into this conversation.
Where are you from again? I'm sorry.
I'm actually in Minnesota right now, but I'm from Florida.
Okay, got you. Well, I'm born and raised here in Greensboro, North Carolina. So
okay. Yeah, I guess it's a complicated background for me because I was born in New Jersey, raised in Florida. My background is Haitian.
I see it though. I see it. Okay. A little bit of everything up in there.
A little bit.
I feel that.
Sure.
Yeah, that's it. Please introduce your show. I'm sorry.
It's okay.
Just get talking.
All right. Okay. Welcome to another episode of Unapologetically Anxious Me, Confessions of a Haitian Girl. I'm your host, Joe, and today we have the lovely Lauren Low Love Marte with us. I'm so excited because I have been following you for a while and just laughing hysterically at your videos online. Would you call yourself a comedian?
That is a great question. So I do not consider myself a comedian. If you go on all of my pages, I call myself a certified goofball, because to me, I'm not telling jokes. Don't put me on stage and be like, tell me a joke, Lo. And I'm like, I'm not a comedian.
Right.
But I am a comedic actress, so a certified goofball. So I like to either create my own scripts in my head and just get out there and put something funny out. Or as you see, I see what's going on in the world and I'm like, I don't think people understand how funny this is. So I'm going to show you. I know this is absolutely terrible, but it's quite hilarious. I just try to give my goofy take on things because I'm like, the world is bad enough. It's serious enough. Why not try to find some humor in some of the stuff that's not terrible?
Right.
I'm not going to be making jokes about something that's okay, no, that's not funny. But if it's celebrities acting stupid, trying to get attention, oh yeah, nobody's safe.
Oh my gosh.
No, I'm a comedic actress, not a comedian. I don't think I'm a comedian. No.
I've seen so many of your videos. I'm pretty sure I've seen all of them because I try to keep up like it's a book or something. And, I've seen everything. I think the very first video I seen of yours was probably one of the Krishan ones.
Oh Lord.
During that era when Krishan was acting a fool.
Ooh. Fool is the word.
That might be putting it lightly.
Yeah. Bless her heart. That's all I can say. That's what we say in the South. Just bless her heart.
Oh my God. Yes. How do you choose who to act out?
Do an impression of. One thing that's super important to me is, it's going to sound funny, but just like the Jada mentality, what's relevant? Okay. So when I get on social media for the day, normally if it pops up 2 to 3 times when I first start scrolling, I'm like, okay, everybody's talking about this. Mm-hmm. The second thing for me is that nobody's off limits. So
Yeah.
I don't want it to be just like, I'm a Black woman, so I just focus on Black culture. I look at everything and everybody, and I'm just like, what do I want to talk about today? And then the third thing is, can I do them? I'm not gonna lie, like there's some people that I can't quite do a good impression of, and I'm not gonna put myself out there looking crazy, so I'll work on it a little bit. But like for instance, Cat Williams, he comes very naturally to me because for some reason he reminds me of an old Southern woman. He already has like a very high pitched voice, so he'd be like, we're gonna do a podcast today, and I don't know if it's gonna be me talking or her talking. I'm a little bit nervous, but we just gonna stick on this yak and work it all out, okay? So I know he just comes kind of naturally to me. So when he was popping, I was like, oh yeah, bet I got that. But there's some that I just be like, whoo, okay, I gotta hold on. So yeah, I just think of who's relevant, can I do them, and nobody's safe. Don't spare nobody. Kids are off limits though for me because I'm a mom, and if somebody talk about my kids, okay. So yeah, I ain't gonna talk about right. I ain't gonna talk about nobody's kids. I ain't gonna do that.
That's so funny. I think that a lot of times that we just need that comedic relief. And I think sometimes that when we just go through like social media, a lot of people just are taking things a little too seriously and coming past your videos. You just make things a little funny. And sometimes the person who's actually the person who's in the video or who is the real person who's doing the thing is taking themselves a little too seriously. And so it's fun to like see it and laugh at it. But like, have you ever had bad interactions with the actual celebrities?
I haven't yet. You know what? I'm shocked. Especially Jada. Seriously, I thought I would have got hit with a cease and desist by now with Jada. Because I mean, everybody just kept asking for her. So I just kept doing it and doing it and doing it. I'm like, any day now it's going to come. Nothing. The closest I've gotten to a celebrity saying something was when Blueface reshared my Krishan and Jada video. The one when they were in the car and they was like, oh my God, blue and stuff. So Blueface shared it with a bunch of laughing faces. And I was like, well, he thinks it's funny. And I was making fun of his voice in that video. Like, yo, you need to come pick up your kids. What's up? Why y'all leave me with these kids? And I was like, okay. But other than that, like, nothing. I haven't heard anything. Which I guess no news is good news.
Right? That one was so funny. I absolutely loved that one. There's so many. I'm such a fan of those, but I think Krishan is definitely one of the best ones.
Thank you.
Definitely. If you are not following Low Love, drop your handles.
Yes, at Low Love Laughs. That's on all platforms, Facebook, Instagram. I just started a Twitter again. I deleted my old one because Twitter is the devil. But apparently people are over there. So their YouTube at Low Love Laughs, Low Love Entertainment. Y'all follow me on everything for a giggle.
So tell us a little bit more about your background. Like, what inspired you to start doing this in the first place?
Well, interestingly enough, so I do have a degree in journalism.
Yeah.
Yes, I do. A Bachelor of Science. I graduated from North Carolina A&T Aggie, right?
Okay.
So I originally wanted to be a reporter. Mm-hmm. And all of my life, I've always been into acting, dancing since I was like 5 years old. I kid you not. I was always in plays, on some type of squad, traveling, performing. And so I originally wanted to be a dancer. And anybody that grew up with me knows that like my real name's Lauren. So the name Lauren and dancing was just synonymous. Like that's that dancing girl. And so unfortunately I had a lot of knee injuries. And if you watch some of my videos, you look at my knees, you can see the scars on my knees. So I literally right now have the knees of a 60-year-old woman. That's how my doctor explained it to me. I have really bad arthritis. So that kind of flared up when I got to college, and I was on the dance team in college, Golden Delight, and it just got worse and worse. And so I was like, my doctor was like, you have to stop dancing or you're going to be in a wheelchair by the age of 30. So I was like,
Oh,
mental shift, yeah, broken dreams. Like that's what I wanted to do, but I always still had a passion for acting, for talking. I took a lot of public speaking classes. I was always like class president or Miss Sophomore. Just, I was just one of those people.
yeah.
So I was like, well, I still love talking. I love being in front of a camera. Why not be a journalist? And I love language anyway and talking to people and learning things. So I got my degree in journalism. I focused on that. And right when I graduated, this is the crazy part. A lot of people don't know this. My senior year of college, I got pregnant with my daughter, Lila.
Okay.
And it was the second semester. And so I had just finished my internship at a local news station. So what was going to be, I graduate, move, go work at a news station, work my way up. But I had my daughter, like literally walked across the stage to get my degree with her in my belly. Best thing ever. And so once I graduated, I knew I needed to be around my family. So that's why I stayed here in North Carolina. But none of the stations around here were hiring. So I was like, I just got to work hard, take care of my daughter. I'll figure out the rest in the process. And then that's when social media started blowing up. And so I was like, if I could figure this out, because mind you, in college, we had to learn how to shoot, edit, record, write your own scripts, like full blown. You do it top to bottom, checking the news every morning, take a 5-minute quiz on it. So I'm always on my current events already because that's just how they bred me. So I was like, you know what? First, I just started trying to like vlog because everybody's, this is a day in the life with me.
Yeah.
And everybody was doing it. So if you weren't one of the top, nobody was watching you really.
Right.
Then I tried to have a podcast and that was going really well. It's just that I'm a visual person. Like I can talk all day long, but you know, I'm the experience. It's the actions that go along with it. So I didn't like
that.
yeah, I was like, I don't like people not seeing me because they can't connect as well.
Yeah.
So then that's when I started just doing like little funny videos, little lip syncing videos, and then the weather videos blew up. I don't know if you were there when the weather
those, yeah.
Yeah, so that was like the first thing that I went viral for. And then I just kept doing the weather videos and I was like, this is getting on my nerves. So I really like to act. I started bringing in my characters and bringing in current events and stuff like that. And then people kind of started shifting their focus to like, oh, wait, she's got something else going on over here. And so that's when kind of what I really wanted to do started catching on. And that was be an actress and bringing you current events with some funny impressions and just being myself, really, being a reporter wasn't me. And I knew ultimately I was trying to use that as a door to get to where I wanted to go. Whereas this avenue is I'm being myself the entire time. So it just came from a straight out, this isn't going to work for you to I'm making the best of what I've got right in front of me and look at God.
Wow.
That's the best way I can put it. Like it wasn't supposed to be this way, but I wouldn't have it any other way.
That's amazing. And that's amazing that like we have the opportunities to do those things now because of like the time that we're in. I completely relate to that because I also, and I read somewhere that your degree was in mass communications journalism and me too. But I'm assuming you focused on broadcasting.
Yeah. My concentration was electronic media, but it was on air broadcasting.
Right. And for me, I focused on print, like magazine, print journalism, because I thought I was going to be like, the owner of Essence at this point.
Right. I know that's right. Yes.
I was going to be running shit. But like, as I got further into like my career and into my 30s, I realized that I was definitely more of like a visual person and I definitely wanted to be seen more. And when I jumped into like my podcasting like world, I was still very much like, I prefer video. But I really good at the podcasting part. But I was just like, someday I still need to bring in the video because I had created like a talk show before this. And I was just like, I really loved that. And so I was just like, but I didn't have as much control over like
the topics and things that I was doing when I was doing talk shows. So I was like, I want to be able to bring it together, but like now just being able to do more video content as well as podcasting it at the same time. So like I feel like I have a little bit more control, but I feel like when that's in you, especially as a journalist, like that's just something that you just have to do and you have to find the
Can't
out.
escape it. Yeah. You know, I remember one of my friends, one of my good friends, Benji. I was modeling at one point. Because, oh my God, I'm gonna tell you something right now. And I have a whole thing about appearance. Like my whole life, people have always been like, "You're so pretty. You can just ride off your looks." I hate that so much.
You do that to me.
Yeah. And so I was just like, I think that's why I go so hard being goofy, because I'm like, I do not want you to look at me like, oh, that's a pretty girl. She gonna write her ticket just off her face. It's like, no, that girl is talented.
Yeah.
And that's what I care about. So I had a friend, Benji, we were modeling, and he just asked me, he was like, yo, like, so what do you do? And I was like, well, I used to dance and I used to this and I used to that. That's what I really like. But now I'm just, trying to figure out what I want to do. And he was like, well, you used to do all those things. Why don't you do those things? Like, do it. And I'll never forget. That was the moment it just kind of like, for me. And I was like, yo, he's right. And so, like you said, the journalist in me, I was out here trying to do what everybody else was telling me to do. And it wasn't feeding my spirit. It was like, yeah, I'm good at it, but this ain't me. I don't feel like this is mine, or this is showing who I am. And so when that moment clicked and I was like, I get to be me, to show the journalist side that I love, but at the same time, show people the things that I love, the things that I care about, and the things that we all care about, how it can just be a little bit better if we just look at it a different way, and that's when purpose comes into it too. I feel like as journalists, we find our purpose.
Yep.
Our purpose is to spread awareness of things. And to me, my purpose was spreading as much love and positivity as possible.
Yeah.
So when I realized that being just a reporter, that's not enough for me, because I like Steve Hartman is my favorite journalist. I don't know if you know about him from CBS. He tells the most beautiful, every time you watch a story, you cry. And it's all about kindness in a place that you wouldn't normally see it. And so I was like, I love how he's just spreading love through his messages. I think I'm a funny person, so I don't think I'm gonna go that deep route, but I can spread it through laughter and joy and just show people, if we all just laugh a little bit more, we'll realize we're more alike than we are different.
Right.
So like you said, that journalist side of you, it's going to keep pushing you until you scratch that itch. And it's like, yeah, this is what you need to be doing. So
I totally understand that. And that goes to show how like influential people's words and their impact is like along the way, especially when you're developing like who you are and your identity and like what you want to do. My very first journalism professor, he kind of swayed me away from the broadcast venture because I was still in that, because I love writing. Writing has always been my first love. And so I remember I was still in that, like, do I focus on reporting and writing, or do I focus on like television? And I remember he was just like, oh, you should totally focus on like television, because like you're so pretty, you can be like a news anchor. If anything, you could fall back on that. Like you're going to get a job somehow. And I remember when he said that, I was just like,
like, what?
That didn't make me feel good. Right? So I was like, well, I'm going to show you. I was like, so print journalism, it is, and I like completely went away from it. I didn't even think about it for another thought after that. And I never swayed away from it. And as I got further into my life, I was just like, I realized that had such an impact on me, because I never wanted to be that girl who is just like, oh, she's just on TV because she's pretty or she's cute, or, and I'm like, no, I'm so much more than that. I wanted to be so much more than what people saw on the outside. And that was really shitty of him to like make me think that that's all I had to offer.
It's so crazy that like it's normal in that industry.
Yes.
That part really bothered me, that like everywhere I went, they were so conscious of the way they looked and they rolled that as hard as they could. And I'm like, you guys are actually really talented though. You know that, right?
Yes.
And it's just like they're all focused on looks. And I was like, I couldn't be in an industry like that. And that's why the modeling thing, either like going on runways and they're like, oh, she's a little too big. And then they're like, but she's too skinny to be plus size. And I'm like, see, absolutely not. Y'all not about to be picking apart my body.
Right.
So I love me too much.
Right.
To go through that. No.
So you mentioned that you're a mom. So tell me about that. You have just one child or?
I got two. Yes. So Lila's my oldest, my mini me. Y'all see her in videos all the time. She'll be 10 this year. Jesus Christ.
I have a 10-year-old as well.
And then you know.
Yes.
Oh God. But so yes, that's Lila. And then I got married 2 years ago. It'll be 2 years in June to my husband, Josh. Thank you.
You're still
Yes. And so we had our son Tyson. So Tyson, he will be 3 next month. So yeah, I got my 2 little ones and my husband.
I think just what was it, a few days ago I watched your wedding video
the recession.
And I was like, hey.
Oh man, we had a ball. Okay.
It's like you did. I have not been to a wedding like that in a minute.
Yes. I was like, hey, y'all, we gonna turn up. That's one thing we gonna do. Everybody know me. Like, if I'm in there, it's gonna be a party. Good times. And my kids, honestly, like, they are what keeps me going. I tell people all the time, Lila saved my life. She really, truly did, because it was at a time I didn't know what I was going to do. And all I knew to do was keep going, because you got somebody watching you now. You got somebody to take care of. It's not just you. So every day it was just me and she was a little butterball. I'm telling you. I don't know if you can see the picture up here, but she was like the cutest little chunkiest little thing. And that's my son over there too. But she was so cute and squishy. And so I was just like, mommy's going to take care of you. I got this. So, she just kind of kept me pushing and kept me going. And she's really, really, really into YouTube. Mm-hmm. And I had to get off TikTok because
what's
TikTok
wrong with this generation?
Child, this is the internet content creator generation. I don't know how these kids know how to do the stuff they do, but at one point she was just making videos herself, and I had to shut it down, unfortunately. But I was just like, wow, like it's bred in them.
Oh yes, my son he's a full-on content creator. Movies, like he thinks he's a full-on movie like producer. Like
I believe it. Lila thinks she is a hair content creator. So she'll go in the bathroom and she'll be like, okay, guys, so today we're going to sweep this bay. And I mean, I just be standing there like, okay, girl, do it. You got it. Right. You got it. It's crazy. I love to see it though. Now my son, he's just in that era of like, when he see the cameras on, he just, hey, like, I know it's on, let me smile and do something. I'm like, oh God, I'm turning them into little camera zombies. I gotta stop. Let me stop. They love it though. They love to laugh because I'm always in costumes and being silly. I run around like that all day just so that they can enjoy it.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah, they know mommy's silly.
Oh my gosh, their lives must be hysterical. I would absolutely love my childhood if you were
We have fun. We do.
Like my mom's just in a cow costume this weekend. That's what
right.
Yeah. All weekend. Yeah. That's what she
right. She's gonna be a giraffe probably tomorrow. Just to forewarn you.
Just a regular Saturday.
Right. And we go. The crazy part is we go out in public like that too. Like I'll go on like a grocery run, and I'll be in a full cow or something, and then the kids will be walking behind me and like a little alligator or something. Like I'm like, I gotta start recording this stuff because people would not believe, like, no, this is really my life.
Good. What
This
does
is really
your husband say?
he just thinks it's hilarious. He just, and mind you, he's like the calmest, like that we balance each other out. He is the calmest person on the planet. I don't know how, I don't know why, but he just is. So like if I just walk in the cow costume, he'd be like, oh my God, you're so crazy. And then just go back to doing what he's doing. And then he'll be the one to send me ideas though, like, oh my God, look at this dude running through Walmart in a cow costume, babe, you gotta do it. Like, he be with it. So I'm just like, everybody here either encourages it or they're just like, we know Lauren's crazy. We know.
That's just funny. I'm just imagining someone being like, "Oh, which one's your wife?" It's the one in the cow,
right?
Yeah.
Her. Super proud.
Yeah.
It is what it is. It is. I mean, he's bought me a lot of stuff too, so he encourages it.
Has there been any like unexpected moments while you were like filming that has happened?
I'm trying to think. Now, for the most part, and that's what I love about my family. They know I don't have a lot of free time. So if they're home and I'm recording, like my husband be like, "All right, y'all, let's give mommy her time."
Yeah.
But then it's like I shared a video of it in my bloopers. Were like Thanksgiving morning, okay, Thanksgiving morning. Everybody in the house is dead asleep, and I have insomnia really bad. And so I was like, well, I'm just gonna record a Thanksgiving video. And this is when I was doing Keke Palmer, Brittany, Jada. It was like 4 or 5, but Darius, Keke Palmer's baby daddy in the middle of the Granny Lowe. That was 6 characters in one video.
Oh
Thanksgiving morning. And so I don't know why I thought I was gonna get 6 characters shot in like an hour. So it's going from like 6 a.m. and now it's almost like 8, 9. Everybody's waking up, and my son came in. He's like, "Mommy, get in the house. Get in the house." And I'm like, I'm doing. I'm looking at Tom like, "Girl, you've been at this for 3 hours. Yeah, get in the house. Feed your family. It's Thanksgiving. Get it together." So yeah, that was one time. It was just so funny because everybody just waking up like, "What is going on?"
You do it like where's the food?
Right. And I'm supposed to be cooking and everything, and it's just lights on everywhere, ring lights everywhere, costumes, wigs thrown everywhere. It was just complete chaos, and everybody's just waking up like, "What is happening?" And I was like, "I have to do this in my free time because this is what it looks like while it's going on. You don't want to see it."
What's your ultimate goal for everything you're doing? Like, what do you want to see yourself doing in the future?
I really want to be on a sketch comedy show, preferably my own show. Like I want a low show. I really want that in my future. But I know that takes time, and you got to pay your dues and all that fun stuff. Mm-hmm. So I really want to get on something like SNL, just to kind of play around in that world, just to see what it's like. But ultimately, as you see, I do reviews. I'm a movie head, okay, to my core. Love me some movies. So of course I want to do like some comedic movie roles or something. Just stay in the comedy realm, and then I want to hop into some horror too, like funny horror, kind of like Jordan Peele a little bit.
Yeah. I
really want to. Jordan, if you ever see this,
Jordan,
I just okay. Like, I'm down. But I love him because one, Key and Peele was like one of my favorite sketch comedy shows of all time. Just them two going into their crazy minds, like it reminds me a lot of what I do. And I feel like watching them, Dave Chappelle, of course, Chappelle's show is just that show. In Living Color. Those are some of like the bigger shows that just kind of influence like everything that I do. And so I want to be a part of something like that. I wish the Wayans would bring back In Living Color, like for real, because it was for the culture. Not only that, though, it was funny. Like it was just genuinely funny. And it was genuinely funny people like Jim Carrey, Jamie Foxx, all the Wayans, Tommy Davidson, Kim. I mean, the list just goes
nothing
on.
Like that on TV anymore.
No, it's not. And like, I mean, maybe is that what I'm here for? You know,
I'm just saying. No,
bring that back, you know, and then Issa Rae, of
manifest it.
course, you know, sprinkle it, sprinkle
Manifest.
it. Yeah, that's what we need though. And that's why I feel like that's my lane. I feel like that's my lane. So hopefully that all works out. Your girl wants an Oscar too, you know. I won't sign.
I see it. I could
But
see
then they'll say I'm leaving here with something. Oh.
If there's a celebrity you could collaborate with right now, who would it be?
Honestly, it would be Jordan Peele. Seriously. Jordan Peele, because he just gets the funny and he gets the scary. And to me, that's like GOAT status for me for what I like to do. So like it would be Jordan Peele. I know that's big, 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 big. That's reaching for the stars right there. And I'm cool
Why
with
not?
that. Right, exactly.
What's your favorite Jordan Peele movie?
The one that I've been watching the most, believe it or not, is Nope.
Nope.
Yeah, the first time I watched Nope, I didn't know how to feel about it. And so, I mean, that's all Jordan Peele movies, honestly. The first watch, you're just kind of like, what? But Nope was one of those that, like, the more I watched it, the more I connected with it. But not only that, how creative he was with the alien itself. Like, what if the UFO is the alien? Like, what? Wow. So I just had to just connect with the story of the family, Black people in Hollywood, the story he was trying to tell about us and beasts, how we think we can tame these beasts, but we really don't know what we're doing. Like and then the fact that the behind the scenes aspect, he shot most of that movie in daytime and in post-production had to put the night effect on it and make it look like nighttime. So and the way he shot things, he tried to make it as real to life as possible. Like, I respect that man as a writer. I respect him as a director, a producer. He just knows his stuff. And Nope was just one of those movies where he just showed it all the way around. And then Daniel Kaluuya, Keke Palmer, like, I mean, the cast was just crazy. I get goosebumps just talking about it. That's my favorite Jordan Peele film. I love Nope. I really do. It's so eerie.
That's the one I have not seen. That's the
you gotta watch it. It's on, if you got Prime, it's free on Prime.
I do. Yeah, and I know it's on my list.
It's good.
So how do you prioritize your mental health through everything that you do and being a mom and having a whole day job?
I'll tell you one thing. I've learned that it has to be priority number one, honestly. I am a giver. I am someone who loves to pour into other people, but I also am notorious for not pouring back into myself. So I've had to learn that when I get to a point where I feel like I have very high anxiety, and that just comes from a lot of things that happened in my past, trauma. Everybody got trauma. We all know we got it.
We all got it.
Some just worse than others. And so I have I have anxiety. And so sometimes on top of that with ADHD, my brain can get away from me sometimes. And so I'll get stuck in these modes of just trying to go, 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 go. And I'm not processing, I'm tired, or something crazy just happened in my life. COVID, we lost a lot of people, a lot of people. And so not processing losing people, just always being on go. And on top of that, having a baby during COVID, I dealt with some very serious postpartum depression I never dealt with before. So going through all these things, I had to learn that it's okay to stop. It's okay to take a break and find the things that bring you back to center, find the things that calm you, find the things that you've been neglecting within yourself, and just start doing those things. So for me, I try to meditate every day. Just that moment, especially if you got ADHD, you got to learn how to meditate, because you got to learn how to shut it off.
That's one of the things that I need to learn, because
and I'm a big advocate. Yeah, I'm a really big advocate for it, because like even if it's just 5 minutes, best time to do it is first thing in the morning, because it just kind of sets you up for the day. But you had a long day. I post little stories of me meditating at lunchtime, because I'm like, whoo, it's been a day. I just need to take a breather. And then sometimes at the end of the night, just to decompress and to shut it down to go to bed. So one, I just try to meditate as much as possible. I'm getting back into trying to eat better because I can tell a difference in my energy when I was eating junk all the time. You know, can't walk up a flight of steps without breathing. But not only that, trying to record a video and I'm whew, did I get that out? You know, it's just like I don't feel like I don't feel like myself. So just trying to focus back on that, and then spending time with the people you love.
Yeah.
You have to. My love language is physical touch and quality time. They're tied. So when I'm feeling at my lowest or at my emptiest, once I've done all the mental and metaphysical work I need to do, I just go hang with my family and love on my family and let them love on me, you know, like that fills me up. I love them so much. So yeah, you know, just
motivated.
Yeah, and just pull myself back to center. And then also, since I've been actively going viral, my fans, I cannot, especially on Facebook. Facebook it has a better community for you to connect with your fans. And just people messaging me every day saying, you don't understand, I was at the darkest point in my life and I saw your video.
I love that face.
Yes. And like, they'll just be like, you just brightened up my whole day. And I mean, like, I could be having the worst day ever. And then I'll just get one of those messages or, hi from Scotland, I love your work. And I'm just like, Scotland? You know? Hello from down under, you're hilarious. I'm just like, oh my gosh. It helps me feel like I'm doing it. Like God told me what my purpose was and I'm doing it. It's so satisfying. If I don't ever make it to a TV screen, just knowing that I've touched somebody, you know, somebody has told me your words, your videos, your laugh made a difference in my life today. Like I'm good. I'm good. My family loves me. So I helped somebody. I can leave this world a very happy woman.
Yeah.
I love it.
I love that. That's definitely true. You definitely make a huge difference even when you don't know who you're touching. I lost my mom last year, and for about a year and a half, I'd say, before that, she was fighting adenocarcinoma cancer. And so I was going back and forth between Minnesota and Florida to spend time with her, whether she was in the hospital or was just having a hard time at home. And my sister, my dad needed extra help with her. And I remember there was a point where I was doing lots of stints in the hospital with her towards the end. And one of the things I did to like just kill time in there was just go through TikTok. And that was when I was really like all over your page and constantly going through videos, because it just kept me out of like the darkness and that mode of just like crying and not being able to like, stay out of my like head, and that kept me feeling better and just focused on anything else. Yeah. It was such a positive like little pocket for me to like turn to. So yeah, you're making a huge difference when you don't even know it, and that meant a lot to me in a time when I was really, really needing anything in such a dark moment. So
thank you for telling me that, for one, and also just I'm happy to make you smile. Like, that's all I can say. I'm happy to help. Happy to help. That's hopefully you're gonna try to break me down, girl. I'll break me down.
Oh no. I just want you to know that what you're doing is very special. And even when it's like you just being goofy and doing what you love to do, that means so much when you're standing in your truth and you're actually being what you're meant to be. And that means so much to so many people. And that's why we keep following you. So
thank you. Thank you. Seriously. I watched a little bit of your work. I didn't watch too much because I like to go into stuff blind. That's a fresh experience. But I saw like some of the people you were talking to. I read like listened to some of the little clips. First of all, you are very courageous for reaching out to these people. Like, kudos to you. Because I'm gonna tell you right now, I am a big boss energy, but I do kind of like, ooh, when it comes to like trying to reach out to somebody. So shout out to you for that. And then just the conversations that you're having, like, it's so positive and it's coming from such a good place, but it's so real at the same time. And I just love that. I support that. You got a new fan over her. Cause I'm gonna tell you right now, like as soon as I hop off, I'm about to just go start watching stuff.
Oh,
But
that
I
means
love
a
it.
lot. Thank you.
I just love your energy. You just radiate love and light and just queendom. So like kudos
Oh,
to you, queen, for
same.
real.
Absolutely same. Thank you. Thank
Thank you.
you. I
Yes,
guess
ma'am.
the last question I'll ask you on a scale of 1 to 10, how happy are you right now?
Oh my gosh, an absolute 11.
Ah, I love that.
And I'm gonna tell you why. I'm in a very transitional period in my life, and there was always something missing at some point. Like I would figure one part out, and then the other part would be lacking. And just this week, I finally just like got the final pieces to everything together that I feel like I am confident in what I'm doing, where I'm going, I'm on the right path, and everything around me is functioning and flowing how it should.
Mhm.
So if you would have asked me a week ago, it would not have been an 11. But
Oh,
right now, I got myself to the point, and that's where like even with me doing this interview with you,
mhm.
I wasn't at a place to talk. You know what I mean? So I
Okay.
was just like, once I get through what I'm getting through, I know God will show me what I need to see and I will have clarity. And now that I have my clarity, I'm like, I'm just excited for the future. Like that's it. I'm just
Powerful.
excited to keep doing what I'm doing and like knock it out the park.
Oh, I love that. Thank you. Thank you so much for coming on the show, for being here and doing this. I really, really appreciate it. It means so much to me. Thank you.
Yes, ma'am. Thanks for reaching out. Like for you to think of me like that. Why you think of me like that?
I do. I'm just so excited that you did, that you agreed, and I love you. I absolutely love you and your work, and I wish you absolutely the best. And keep doing what you're doing. And Jordan Peele, you know,
Jordan.
you know,
Please watch my work.
just saying, you know,
Thank you. Thank you.
definitely. I think that what you do is amazing, and I can't wait to keep watching and seeing what you do next. And again, this has been another episode of Unapologetically Anxious Me, Confessions of a Haitian Girl, with the amazing Lauren Low Love Marte. Go follow y'all.
Yes, at Low Love Labs. Make sure you check it out.
Woo, thank you so much. Bye.
Bye.
You know, it's Finn and I's story, and he's not comfortable with all of this.
He used to exercise with umbrellas on the block. Yeah. You know, just great exercise.
Things that are private are sacred and special, so this was an adjustment for me.
You know, Ben, Poppy, loves to see my hair like this in a bun and all messy and stuff. Yeah, he loves it. I love me too.
I feel like with Jen, no amount of followers or accolades is enough for her.
I haven't seen the mud yet. Yeah, you need to bring the mud back. I wanted the really, really wet mud. Yeah. Yeah. I'm from the Bronx. Whew, that was workout. Can you go to the what they call it again? Bodega and get me a ham and cheese on a roll with a small bag of chips and an orange drink. If you know, you know. Yeah.
Je ne sais, mommy.
What? What if I do like a little south with the umbrella, like, you know, when I'm on the block? Yeah, I think that's gonna be cute. Nobody asked for this. Nobody out there is saying they want another J-Lo album. But I'm doing this for me.
And then there's the personal story of Ben and I that has never been told. I don't think he's very comfortable with me doing all of this.
The things that are private, I had always felt, are sacred and special. So this was something of an adjustment for me.